All right, let's take a look at this. Find an equation of the hyperbola having the foci at -1, -6, and -1, 12, and vertices at -1, 0, -1, 6. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is draw a picture. For the sake of brevity of this video, I'm going to have the work already done. So what you can clearly see is if I plot the points, we can see that there's some value in between here, but the center would be, because the values are going up with the vertice and the focus here, what we know is that it's going to be y minus k squared minus x minus h squared, space equals 1, a squared minus b squared. This is going to be the form of the hyperbola. And so if we look down here, we find that the center is going to be have the y component of the center is going to be 3. The reason that's true is if this value is at 0 and this value is 6, the center is what's in between. So if you take 6 plus 0 divided by 2, that gives you 3. Okay. It's also pretty obvious that if you half 6, you get 3. So it makes it really nice and easy. By the way, you could also use this distance between the two foci to determine that as well. And what you would do, notice that if you go 12 plus -6 divided by 2, you get 18 over 2, which is 9, which means if you dropped 9 from 12, you would also get 3. So you can use that as well. So what we see here is we see what I said earlier, which is the format. It's going to have the y positive because it's a vertical hyperbola. We're going to go ahead and we know the center is -1, 3. Remember, this is h and k, so you plug the values in. Be very careful. First off, let me make this a little smaller here. The y goes first, hence the 3. And then also we can see that the x value is negative, so it's negative, which is why down here it becomes positive. So we have this format. We also know a is 3 because the distance from the center to the vertice is a. We don't know what b is as of now because we don't know how much from the center we protrude out. However, we do know, earlier we calculated c, right? We said the technical definition of c, which is the distance from the focus to the center. By the way, you can also go down. I chose to go up because I think it's a little clearer. So again, 12 minus 3 would give me that distance, which is 9. To find b, we have this formula here, a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Remember that this formula is essentially, if you're dealing with a conic that the value here is negative, then in this case it would become positive. So we substitute in our a value, our c value, we solve, and we get b equals square root 72. Really what we care about is b squared, which is 72. By the way, when I first did this, my instinct is to just factor square root of 72 out, which would have been square root 36 times square root 2. Give me 6 root 2. There's no need to do that here because we're plugging in, really, again, we're looking for b squared. Substitute that value in, and you are good. So the moral of the story is if you are struggling with conics, draw a picture, simplify your picture, and use the formulas, and you'll be fine. So hopefully that makes sense, and I'll see you guys in the next math video.